How's it going, everyone? This is Dr. Hefe playing more Disco Elysium. And in the last episode, we talked to Cuno, the Cuno, and we investigated the body. And we also found something in the garbage container. We didn't have time to take a look at it before, but let's look at our damaged ledger. But first, we'll look at the Yellow Man mug. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the Whirling in Rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, a buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique.
It's
Interesting.
just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content. What are we going to read
boy.
into?
Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Oh my goodness. Here we have our different political ideas that we can go along with. What do we want to do? I don't think I want to go into the racist ideology. That's for sure. But we do need some money. We are a hobo cop. So the mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement.
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid again.
Paid? Interesting. Interesting idea. A salary? A wage? Does this mesh well with my hobo cop ideology? Perhaps. Anyway, let's interact with our damaged ledger. This is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal cleaner. Dang, we got a urinal cake on our ledger. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning
Oh God.
tissue? No, it's toilet paper.
Oh God.
Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Well, you know, sometimes you try and throw it in the toilet and it doesn't work.
It's a metaphor for you.
Thanks. Thanks, game. Way to really drive home the point. Let me inspect the toilet paper first.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's not toilet paper. Maybe it's a kitchen tissue.
If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue.
Okay, good. It's not toilet
It's
paper.
not, though. It's toilet paper.
God damn it, Perception. What are you doing over here? All right, we're not going to have toilet paper on our thing. We're a freaking cop. Can't have toilet paper on it.
Still wet, the toilet paper, kitchen tissue, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
I'm glad we gained some experience for taking the kitchen tissue off of our ledger. Let's inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Let me run my finger across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
You know, I'm a little bit hungover. All these shiny things, they get in my eyes. I don't even want to look at no shiny things. Lieutenant, what the heck is this thing? This hologram thing?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of information? What are you talking
It
about?
depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Well, I would love to read my kill count. How can I read it, Lieutenant?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like
All
what?
RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Oh, cool. We can go use your vehicle.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Thanks, interfacing. What a good, helpful person you are. Have we read interfacing yet? I feel like we haven't. No, we have not. Cool for machinists, tinkerers, instrument players. Interfacing wants you to connect to machines, to use and improve them, because that makes you a better human organism. It enables you to understand interactions with machines, be that how to repair the motor of a Kinema motor carriage, or how to analyze the way a suspect uses a pen, or how to refigure electrical circuits. It even lets you steal keys off a keyring without being noticed. At high levels, interfacing will isolate you from society. Why bother with people when you can talk to machines? Game, you're being a little bit too real right now. And why bother with things like money when you can just pocket that display sandwich? At low levels, however, you will have a crucial part of the world cut off from you. People use machines to commit crimes all the time. If you can't understand how a crime was accomplished, how can you solve it? How could we? That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
He returns to his neatly kept notes. Okay. Before we look at the papers, let's get the aroma of the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
What a wonderful aroma. I believe that Calvin Klein or Hugo Boss, perhaps, will be releasing a cologne line. Damaged Légère by Hugo Boss. All right. Let's just look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Let's give it a little shake.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Oh, let's see.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. There's pain in there, if you want some. That much you know.
Pain. I'm down with pain.
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Ooh, interfacing. Maybe we can open it. It'd be nice if we had a better way to interface with this thing. Let's browse through the papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
Oh man, I'm way too hungover to do reading right now.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What's in there? What are they all about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you.
That's a lot of frickin' cases to take. There's a mention of a naming convention?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Oh, and they're written in capital letters?
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, the unsolvable case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
Makes sense that I was assigned to this case then, if I'm a homicide detective.
You like this grimy murdering, don't you?
Frickin' Half-Light, what are you doing always showing up?
Wish there was one in there about a drug then. You love those. Gets the blood pumping.
Oh, really? I love drugs, you say. Electrochemistry,
It's
you
going to
say.
take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention?
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why do we do that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, who's gonna use some alphanumeric in order to discuss a case with someone else? You're gonna be talking about the square bullet hole murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
Fair enough, Kim.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
Yeah? Tell me more about it.
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Wow. That sucks. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
I guess I'll commit to paper?
The tasks you've completed flow out of the pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity.
Our ledger. This is how we're keeping track of all of the tasks that we have active and the ones that we've done. Look at us. We're amazing.
Inspect the victim's body.
That's
Interview the cafeteria manager.
well, we did interview the cafeteria manager.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. And a fuck you to you too. That last one cuts a slash right through the paper.
Whoa, calm down, Half-Life.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Oh, God. We are going full Doom Cop. The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know.
Obviously,
I
he
have to be honest,
doesn't
I'm
like
not
it.
experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also,
He furrows his
could you
brow.
make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Probably the Hanged Man then. If you're gonna have us not talk about the Furies at home in the mirror.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Well, I'm glad we have a name for the case. We haven't really done anything to solve it, but we have a name. And a name is important. We should actually name it Crypto Coin Case, and it would just take off through the roof.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
We got 35 experience. That was a task to read the ledger and name the case. I should actually look at what my tasks are. Read the watermarks, find out who put the clothes in the trash, pay for damages, find out who made the call. We gotta, yeah. Oh, well, we did just get the volumetric shit compressor. Reporter badge missing? That seems like a bad thing. No, eh. Anyway, we'll sing some karaoke too. I'm done expecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Can I read the case files now? We have very low logic. I don't know if we can. What's up with these yellow papers?
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
What kind of forms?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
What's a misconduct fine?
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Oh, we gotta write people some tickets, huh?
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
And field
A
autopsy?
dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Oh, physical instrument. Getting excited there, aren't you? Enough of these forms.
All that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
I don't know if we want to hand the autopsy to the dead guy.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copy of paper.
Well, alright. I think we did a good job investigating the ledger. And now, what about our...
Volumetric shit compressor.
The volumetric shit compressor.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Well, good. I'm glad that we've gotten all of our shit together. It looks like we're really compressing it up here. I don't know if that's going in or out or where the shit is going, but we have it compressed. Alright. Let's go and try to investigate the victim's body yet again. Hopefully now that we've gotten our shit together a little bit more, we can finally approach it without puking.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Alright.
Eyes. The body below is
have our shit compressed.
Corpse. As you breathe in,
Excellent.
the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Yeah, baby. We have our shit together.
Your muscles tense up. The vision in your dead angle darkens. You feel the sudden urge to push your hand into his soft gut.
Half-Light, calm the hell down. Do they always do that? What is that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Oh, God.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Oh, the light came on. Let's inspect his boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Okay, Inland Empire, whatever you say. What kind of boots are these?
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Sabatons. Good thing I have some savoir-faire. I could probably wear these sabatons with great panache. Okay then, what kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Damn, son, that's pretty legit. What happened to the rest of his armor?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
Yeah.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Ah, the Cuno. He probably knows.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protecting?
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there's no rest of the armor.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
He could have been walking around naked just like this for all we know.
A good point. He could have been intoxicated, or something we cannot yet imagine. I shouldn't have assumed so much just from the clothes.
Oh my god. Kim, you took me too seriously. The material looks out of place here.
It's expensive.
Oh.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Money, baby! Ka-ching!
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
Yeah, that's what ka-ching means.
It means disciplinary hearing.
Alright, fine, Kitsuragi, whatever. How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Wait, you have an initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Right, of course I did. Yeah, of course.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Well, give it a little
A
knock.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Ding!
The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Well, physical instrument, let's do it!
The metal connects with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder.
Did you hear that? A click?
Yes, like dice rolling.
This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click. That's the sound you heard. See these lines?
Okay.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Wow. Alright, let's try and pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh. Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
You said they're expensive. I thought I could pawn them. Earn some lucre.
For a full set of armor, I wouldn't blame you. But these boots are hardly worth a disciplinary hearing. There are better ways to pay a hostel bill. Besides, There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Oh yeah, we'll steal those boots. Don't worry about
The
it.
anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Okay. What's gonna happen to the boots
Processing
then?
will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Alright, fair
The
enough.
cadaver
I guess we're
slowly
not gonna
twists on the
rip
cargo
his
belt.
head off.
His torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Let's inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
Ooh, yes? What's the word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
I should get a drink.
No, you should not get a drink. You should perform an initial inspection of the victim's corpse. We are on the road part.
Oh, Kitsuragi! Oh my god. Detective standing there like, yes, I should get a drink right now. What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
And, I can't come up with anything other than a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
Nah, they might have forgotten to brief me.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
Okay, cool. Sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
Like the little furry cute creatures?
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How do they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
Oh, got it. Interesting.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Yeah, let's check out these
An intricate
tattoos.
web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a national
Of
pattern?
no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to communicate in anything more than grunts. It's impossible to tell if its advice is right or wrong.
Okay there, Half-Light. I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
What the heck are you doing, Kim?
A true get sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Cuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Oh, he produces two metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines
I
there.
have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then,
A sound,
whoa!
a shrill flash, followed by the
That was so
breaking of a
bright.
small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Whoa, man. That is pretty cool.
In case we need it.
Cool machine, man.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Just don't lose it.
Yeah, I mean, I
The
wouldn't lose it.
glassy-eyed
Of course
corpse
not.
looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Let's look him right in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Oh, something from the deep resides within.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Ooh, let's go in with the Inland Empire. Tell me, who are you, dead man?
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Oh,
Who is he? He is male, 40-50, with an athletic build.
okay. Cool.
The
Fair
corpse
enough, Kim
looks right
Kitsuragi.
through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
Let's squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Let me observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm Kim. Why am I squinting? I've lost control of my body.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Oh, I'm gonna squint harder. His face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Yeah, let me relax.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
That is nasty as hell.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead and about to explode.
Should we worry? His stomach looks like it's gonna explode.
There's a strong buildup of gases, yes. Rigor mortis becoming livor mortis. He'll be fully limbed by tomorrow. I don't think he'll explode. I hope not.
Cover my nose. Something is coming out of him. I think we know what it
The
is.
pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Oh my god.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
Kim, your ability to know what that is amazing.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Yeah, that's right. Why? Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death.
Maybe.
He doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. I think he's
I
dead.
agree. Totally dead.
This Buster's not coming back.
No siree.
I don't know what to think. What do you
I
think,
think
Kim?
he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
He's been beaten up. See the
I
bruises?
do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
They just threw rocks at him.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Cuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Thanks, Cuno S. Thanks for the explanation.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So, how are we gonna get this guy
Are
down?
you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at all this shit. We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down?
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge.
Nice, a
I
skill
brought chain
point.
cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
There's no question. There's only cutting. How hard can it be?
I can cut the belt easily, and I already have the chain
I don't doubt
cutters.
your physical prowess, officer, but that's aircraft-strength material, and we do not have a secure platform to perform the procedure on. The risk of acrobatic failure is one we cannot take. We must not become comedy for the locals.
I'm perfectly fine becoming
The
comedy.
fuck have you got against comedy pigs?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We could saw the
Climb up
branch.
there and saw the branch?
Yeah, we could do it. We can use the kid's ladder on the side of the tree.
I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this.
Yeah, why?
Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree.
Why do you think I would assault a child? I have never done that. Yet. Today. Well, I mean, within the past 30 minutes. Yes,
Cretin
of
cop.
course.
They like that word. Saws the branch he's sitting on. Literally. Local children report corpse mutilation.
Fuck yeah, climb that shit, monkeys.
See, you're only making them do those things less.
You're only making them do those things less. So we're just gonna let those kids bully us into not doing our work?
What I'm proposing is, we save acrobatic tricks as the last resort, after we've tried everything else.
No, I want to go up there and cut it.
It's got to be the most fucking boring multipat I've ever seen.
Oh man, I like this one. Maybe we could shoot him down.
Bang bang time, pig. Shoot his head off.
How?
Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break it, of course.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Cuno with some shit.
Oh, Cuno, you're about to see some shit.
The pigs will miss Cuno.
Wait, let me
The
try.
lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Alright, I'll let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Oh, yeah?
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Shoot that motherfucker down!
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Yeah?
"Oh my God, that was so many types of wrong. Who taught Four Eyes to shoot? Whip up a grueling training regimen for him right now. Beat the man into it. Go, go, go."
Alright, physical instrument.
Idiot. Multipat asshole.
Cuno could have hit it easy, but then Cuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
What the hell's wrong with you? You need to square your shoulders.
I think you have your sports mixed up there, officer. Squaring my shoulders has nothing to do with this.
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Bitches fighting.
I mean, yeah, it's okay. You did your best.
Cuno's sorry too. Cuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Okay, well, what
I
now?
have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Take his gun and show him how to use it.
I can try and shoot him down myself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
I'm gonna need your gun for this.
I only have one gun.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Cuno's ever seen.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
I don't think we have anything to say about
The
that.
lieutenant follows suit. He finishes loading the gun in silence, then hands it to you.
Nice.
Take it, you fucking banani boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Jesus. Cuno S, calm down. Alright, we're gonna feel the weight of
The
it.
whole piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Cuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Cuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger.
Let's point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Damn. Alright. Let's close our left eye
Your
first.
field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Alright, here we go. Let's pull the trigger. Let's not point a gun at a kid. Oh. What?
The buckle explodes,
We're
to time,
amazing!
coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Communism!
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from. Only that it's right.
Dude, communism killed this
Then
guy.
the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
You've been policed.
Aces high.
Lieutenant raises his right hand. Hell yeah, of course. Dude, we're not gonna leave him hanging. Oh yeah, baby!
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
Hells yeah.
I knew these guys were
Yeah, we're got a problem with it?
Cuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I knew they suck each other off.
Thanks, Cuno S. Alright, what
We
now?
perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
He needs to turn away from the
It looks
corpse.
like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright, fair enough.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
All right. Let's go, let's go. So we managed to be really cool and shoot down this body. And then we got a cool little aces high with our homeboy. +1 empathy towards Kim Kitsuragi. The Insulindian Civil War was not the first war to see the use of aerostatic aircraft on both sides, but it was the longest. For 8 years, folded multi-rotor aircrafts crisscrossed the air above Revachol, Ozon, Fès-à-la-Mer, and the Arcade Islands. They made sweeps over sandy beaches and shot each other out of the blue sky, then sank as wrecks to the bottom of the sea. The Aces High was a custom on the revolutionary side, performed by squadron mates after landing. Lieutenant Kitsuragi likes it. Why is that? I mean, it's a high five. Who doesn't like a cool high five? We've got 2 skill points from our amazing ability to shoot down a corpse. So yeah, we're pretty dang cool, aren't we? So this is where we're going to end the episode. We investigated our ledger, and we managed to get the corpse down. We are an amazing police officer. That is for damn sure. If you've been enjoying the videos, you can subscribe for more Disco Elysium content. And let me know if the sound balance is working for you. I keep trying to up the voices. So hopefully you can hear how the people are talking. Because, man, the dialogue is really good. Really well written. Amazing game. Also, let me know how the pace of the game is going for you. It does take a little bit longer to let the narrator say everything that they're going to say. But I don't know. I feel like the dialogue, again, it's so good. It definitely deserves being read. It deserves its time. Time in the sun. Time to shine. Okay, that's it. Do remember, as always, to take care of yourself and keep it disco, baby.